This recent battle over union legal privileges in Wisconsin has put the disconnect and barbarism of statism on full display. What makes their whole argument fail is transparently simple. If the benefits that teachers, policemen, firemen, and other state employees have are so crucial and so valuable in fact that they're all up in arms about the cuts, then there is no need to have the state fund them at all. If these benefits, such as pensions and not having to pay for their entire medical costs, are really that valuable, then people will gladly pay for them. Protester, you think it's important that teachers get more X, be it medical services or not having to pay for the medical services or tenure or longer vacations or whatever, you think that's important? Fine. Go do it. Go pay for it. I will not stop you. This notion that advocates of slightly freer markets are preventing the state employees from getting certain benefits, benefits that are well above the typical package in the private sector, by the way, is absurd. Go do it. Go pay for it. I won't. I'll pay for teachers who charge less and spend money on stuff that helps my kid instead of on their pensions and on various administration stuff. You want to pay for pensions and administration? You think that stuff is necessary? Go pay for it. I won't stop you. But we are at a unique point in human history. If you look at ethnic and ideological struggles throughout history, even the communists, it was about securing an area for their race, religion, or economic ideology. Just give us space, leave us alone, and we will create our better situation. Of course, Russia was poorer than Europe in 1917, but the idea was that communism was a superior system and so would prove itself by its massive improvements in a separate area. That was the idea. And there were, in fact, massive improvements at first, but in the end, all they really proved was that they were better than feudalism. But now there are these nasty, brutal ideologies that aren't content with separatism. They demand control of everything, the co-opting of an infrastructure that others have already built. This is why they are called thugs and barbarians. It's just a continuation of the old battle between the makers and the takers, the despised merchants and the glorified pirates, the despised capitalist and the glorified politician. Of course, the barbarian, the pirate, and the politician are not content with separating and just being allowed to do as they wish. They want your shit. I'm not against you guys having a socialism, whatever that entails. Go do it. If you're not really a taker, if you really believe in socialism as its own superior system relative to itself, then you should be a separatist. You should be advocating for the Vermont Socialist Republic. Now, strictly speaking, I'm for the abolition of even that state, and so am only for socialism on a non-state level. But, just this kind of province-level separatism is a vast improvement over the smash-and-grab barbarian ideology that currently dominates democracy. If you're worried about people in your little, quote, socialist, close quote, area buying from firms that don't give their employees, by your estimation, the proper pay, benefits, or working conditions, then you can ban those firms and their products from the commune, or from the little Vermont Socialist Republic at first, and only allow products produced in working conditions that you approve of. And from a political advocacy point of view, being an omniseparatist has huge advantages. One, you can unify with separatists of other types. You don't need to like them, just submit to an alliance of convenience, and this greatly expands the people on your side and the activists on your side. Two, you don't need to convince people of your particular ideology. You only need to convince them of letting people go their own way. And third, you have the moral high ground because you're not trying to impose your system on others. You're just trying to separate and do your own thing, arguing against those who wish to impose their system upon you. And this would be great for me because now I don't have to convince you goobers to support free markets. And of course, separatism is how the U.S. was formed originally, and so separatism is quintessentially American if you happen to care about that stuff. people who are pro-American and anti-separatism are clearly quite a bit hypocritical. The only real reason I could see anyone opposing omniseparatism is if they really are just straight-up thugs who want to use the guns of the state to take your shit.